please. Can I get you a brew? I've got some biscuits.
We're fine for now, lad.
We really appreciate you seeing us. Can't tell you how much.
No, it's fine. We always said that if one of us didn't make it, that we'd speak to the family. And I'm so sorry that I couldn't make the funeral. I really wanted to, I just couldn't.
It's all right, lad. I could barely face it ourselves. The whole thing was so out of whack with how things should be. We didn't want to acknowledge it, you know.
Is that?
Yeah. Yeah, it was taken a couple of nights before we got deployed. Take it, please.
Must be the last photo ever taken of him. He looks happy. He was happy, wasn't he?
We all were. Especially that night. Quinny, Luke was well on form. Cracking everybody up he was. You know, I'd never seen him more.
Oh, that's
it was like you're...
My head's absolutely pounding. Oh, hello. Are you going to introduce us then?
Yeah, this is Kate and Ian. It's Quinny's mum and dad.
Hi.
It was a routine supply run, or as routine as it can get out there. And Quinny was riding with me. He was winding me up because he'd taken a tenner off me at pool the night before. Anyway, we were approaching the base, and...
Would you rather do this without me?
No, you're fine, love.
Gary?
No, stay, I want you to. Anyway, the landmine went off. Oh, the noise. It was outside for a second, and then right inside my head, buzzing and whining. And there was smoke and flames and dust, and this taste of blood and sick at the back of my throat. And even though my hearing was half gone, I could still hear the blokes through it, crying out and screaming like they'd gone mad because they couldn't believe the pain. And I came round, and Quinny was over me, shouting at me that I was going to be fine. And I thought to myself, yeah, you know what? I'm still here. I've taken a hit and I've survived.
Luke was all right at that stage?
Yeah. He was radioing through for help. And that's when the shooting started. Pinging and thuds as it hit the armour on the truck. And all I could think to myself was being a kid in a caravan, listening to the rain drumming on the roof. Except this wasn't Southport. I didn't know where I was or what I was doing there, but I was going to die there.
What happened next?
Well, we were sitting ducks. You know, it was only a matter of time if we stayed there. We all knew that. But I was pinned, so I told the lads to make a break for it, but Quinny wouldn't have any of that. So a couple of them made a dash and got to a ditch, and they started to put down covering fire.
Luke stayed with you?
He wouldn't leave me. I told him to go, and I kept telling him, you got to believe that.
We know, lad. We know.
Anyway, he got me out, but I could barely walk. And he just dragged us out the wagon. He picked us up, and he just ran. And that's when it went crazy, and there was dust flying up everywhere. But we were almost there. And then he fell. And I'm screaming at him to get up, but one of the lads had pulled me into the ditch. And Quinny's lying there, and they're still shooting at him. And there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Cheers, Mum.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, well, how could you? I'd not told anyone. Couldn't say it out loud.
And that's why you never went to see him before?
That's why I never went to the funeral. I've been too much of a coward.
Oh, don't ever say that about yourself. God knows that's the last thing you are. So why today?
Dunno. Just felt right. You know, it was either spit it out or choke on it.
Well, it meant a lot to him to hear that their lad was a hero.
Yeah, and he was. And you know something? He would be kicking my backside if he saw me sat round here moping and didn't get back out there.
Gary, it's not a matter of moping.
No, it's
Just
fine.
tell
It's
me-
fine. It's what I needed. Just to know that they didn't blame me.
Well, nobody could.
I did. Until today. But now, do you know something? I can face it and go back.